Swagger pimp, yeah. Can't now another nigga like me. Yeah. Okay, it goes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, rockin'. It's time for hip hop. On they reach watch, no sir, not for show. No bars made up of fairy tales. I'm trying for tragedy, I know it well. So put your hands up in the air just for the winners. A peace sign, the pimps, the prostitutes, the sinners. We all deserve a second chance, but we products of illusion and victims of our own circumstance. Apply the pressure, I bet you can. Live the life that you love, shout out to Rand. Love the life that you live, shout out again. It ain't a tough pill to swallow once you comprehend.
Yo, what's up? How you guys doing, man? It's your boy, musicologist A. Reed. Over here chilling, man. MCXPRadio. Y'all already know how we do it. Man, good to be here. Glad to see you guys again, man. We got another edition. This is episode 2, I believe, man, of the new season. It was kind of real, so I kind of thought today that I kind of give you guys my input on the Dallas Mavericks free agency that has been going on. I say I'm a big Mavs fan, as you can see. I got the gear on, got to represent the squad from the D-Town area. Big MFFL, Mavericks Fan For Life, however you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But I do me on the Bleach Report app, kind of go back and forth with some fans, some non-fans, some guys over there, and even people from other teams that kind of like to talk about the Mavs and stuff like that. But man, that's my squad. I've loved these guys, man, since Reunion Arena days, since I was a young kid. I remember seeing Jason Kidd get into the league, man. I was there watching him, Jamal Mashburn, Jimmy Jackson, Popeye Jones, man. I remember the Sean Bradley era. I remember seeing Dennis Rodman. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of guys come in and come out wearing Dallas Maverick jerseys. Shout out to Mark Cuban for what he's done, man. Shout out to Dirk. Shout out to Lucas. Shout out to all the guys, man, that have represented the squad. Now, we got this new free agency that just happened. You understand the Mavs kind of fell short just a little bit. They went to the Western Conference Finals last year. Ended up getting beat by the Golden State Warriors, who ended up winning the championship, which is fine. But for a team that people was looking at, the people that team that people really didn't consider to go as far as they did, they really outshowed their expectations to everybody. So I'm proud of those guys. But then here comes free agency, and everybody has something to talk about. You know, the losses of Jalen Brunson and stuff like that. So look, I'm gonna get all into it. You know what I'm saying? And just give y'all my 411 in the way that I feel. Now, number one, understand this, guys. I do not work for the Mavs or anything like that. So this is just a matter of opinion. Number two, I am a fan, a fan. So again, this is just a matter of opinion. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, make sure you guys drop it down in the comment section. We'll talk about it, all of that good stuff, and I got y'all. All right, man. So without further ado, man, let's kind of get off into it. First and foremost, I think everybody kind of tripped out about Jalen Brunson leaving. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson for getting his bag. He got his bag. Uh, really showed up when Luka was hurt, during I believe the first part of the NFL. I mean, not the NFL, the NBA playoffs. Really kind of showed his pedigree. Luka was hurt for about a good, I'll say 3 games, almost 4 games. Jalen stepped up, did what he needed to do, score points, transition with the offense, everything like that. So the guy deserves to get his back. People get mad because Mavericks should have signed him, for a deal worth $55 million back up in January. They didn't do it. For whatever reason, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Again, I'm proud of the boy to getting his bag. But I'm not necessarily hurt. I'm not really necessarily hurt. I'm not ever saying that Jalen Brunson is a bad guy. He's a very good talent. Very, very good talent. I just don't think that he was a talent worth tripping over that much. New York Knicks signed a man, gave him $104 million, like $105 million deal. Get it, man. But you gotta understand, this is a guy that's always wanted to have those New York ties. He's from Villanova, won 2 championships out there uh, at the college and whatnot. His dad used to play in the NBA, Rick Brunson, and Brunson was a New York Knick back in the day. He's from the New York area. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really a coincidence. It's not really a coincidence. You can kind of just tell that homie wants to be a homebody. He wants to go home, play for his people, play in front of his fans, his friends, his family, and it's all good. So you can't necessarily get mad at that. I think people get mad because you look at the things that he did for the Mavs during this past uh, NBA playoffs, and everybody goes crazy like, "Oh no! It ain't even that crucial." Because what I love most about what Nico and Mark have been doing, especially Nico and J Kidd as well, they really have a good eye for talent. And they've been making sure that we get the necessary pieces that we need to kind of get us over the hump. It's not necessarily guard play. What's been killing the Mavs over years and years and years has been our defensive game. You know, we haven't been able to get rebounds, second chance points. We're getting bullied down there, you know, underneath the goal. Can't get rebounds, can't get blocks, you know. Not saying that Dwight Paul, can't do the job, but Dwight Paul can't necessarily do the job. He's a slender guy, man. Very, very slender guy. You got big guys that's coming out there, man, and just manhandling and stuff like that. You need power, you need grit, you need guys down there underneath the goal that's gonna basically make people believe like shit, we can't go in that hole just like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't have no fear. So with that being said, I'm proud of what the Mavs have done so far in the free agency. Number one thing that they did right here, Christian Wood. Now Christian Wood got traded to the Mavs for a 2022 first round pick. Mavs traded Boban, Sterling Brown, Trey Burke, Marquise Chris, and Wendell Moore. Got him from the Rockets. Let me say, I've watched this guy play, seen some of his highlights. Not only that he's a big guy, but the guy can shoot as well. And he seems to actually be happy coming from a situation in Houston and coming up here to Dallas, which only really is about a 4 minute, 4 hour drive. Um, But my guy's ready, man. My guy's ready. I'm glad that we got him. And I think he's really, really, really going to help, not only on the defensive standpoint, but also definitely with the pick and rolls with Luca, helping him out, doing what he needs to do, getting more boards, getting more rebounds, getting more shots up. You know what I'm saying? That only he can, you know, touch, grasp, anything like that. So I think we got a real, real good addition with Christian Wood. Also, JaVale McGee. JaVale McGee comes back for his second stint with the Dallas Mavericks. He signed a 3 year, $20.1 million deal. So he will be here for the next 3 years. Hopefully, the Mavs keep it. Now, you got to understand, like I said, he's here for his second stint. The first stint that he was here, it was still under the tutelage of Rick Carlisle. I do not like Carlisle. I will go on the record to say that I've never liked Carlisle. uh, give him his just due for the 2011 championship. But we all know that Dirk was just an unstoppable force around that time. So it is what it is. But JaVale McGee is back. He believe he will be starting next to Christian Wood. So we will really have that um, two tall, big guys, hungry, mean, you know, rim protectors and stuff like that. Those guys are really, really going to sit there, be in the mix, and do what they need to do. So that's a damn good pickup, in my opinion, for the Dallas Mavericks doing what they need to do. Another guy that we kind of picked up, Jayden Hardy. Now, Jayden Hardy was in the NBA G League. Now he's signed with the Mavericks. He got drafted and he signed with the Mavericks, playing on the summer league team right now. This guy is a walking bucket. Okay, he plays guard. He's got handles. He can shoot. Um, the guy, man, can create his own shots. Um, I personally feel like this guy right here is a steal. Reminds me of a younger Dennis Smith Jr. when he kind of came into the league. I think y'all remember around that time, it was kind of between Frank and Dennis Smith Jr. And I love Dennis Smith. Um, kind of hope that Dennis Smith would have stayed, but we all know what happened with that and Carlisle and stuff like that. But I think this guy is going to be a very much a gem, um, diamond in the rough. Um, he will, I believe that he will have one of the roster spots on the final roster that the Mavs bring up. And I do think that this guy will get some playing time, definitely. I think he'll come off the bench. I think he's definitely going to be a good spark off that bench to come and do what he needs to do. I think one of the major things for the Mavs is that we needed guys that can continue to keep the scoring going. When Luka is off the floor, we need guys that can continue to keep scoring buckets off the floor. That's what Dinwiddie was doing last year. When Jayden was on the court, Jayden would come off, Dinwiddie would come into the game. Then Dinwiddie was the spark. Now it's looking like Dinwiddie's probably in it. He's probably going to end up starting this next season next to Luca, right there in the backcourt, which would be all right. Which would be all right. But you got a young, fresh guy that can come out, score buckets. He's got hops. Dude's not afraid to take the ball to the bucket. I like what Mavs gonna do. Now, everybody kind of went crazy. Everybody kind of went crazy with the ideas of the Brooklyn Nets coming out saying that they want to get rid of Kyrie Irving. They want to get Kevin Durant. This is me and this is my opinion. Kyrie Irving coming out to the Dallas Mavericks. Even though I would have loved to have that, I think Kyrie is an awesome talent, an amazing talent. Just don't think that it's happening. Don't think Mavs have the assets or anything like that that's attractive enough to the Nets for Kyrie to come down. And that's all right. I'm not hurting. Only issue with Kyrie is that you have to wonder, is he gonna play? Is he gonna be there, for the full season? We kind of know about the whole vaccine and whatnot and all that stuff that was going on up in New York, and they kind of hindered a lot of the success that the Brooklyn Nets had over the last year. Because Kyrie wasn't there for the full season. He could only play in away games, but he couldn't play at home games. You know, I think wherever he goes, there won't be a mandate necessarily for the vaccine, but I think he will. I like seeing Kyrie. I like his game. I like what the dude can do. Hell of a talent, definitely hell of a talent. But I think he'll go somewhere where he can definitely prosper. Word on the street is that the Lakers are pulling every stuff that they can to get Kyrie to come down there and join up with Bron again, like he was in Cleveland. Hopefully, so they can get another championship. But I don't see it happening. Well, them winning a championship, I don't see that happening. But I can see that trade possibly coming to fruition here very soon. So just kind of be on the lookout to see how that works out. But Kyrie to LA, it is what it is. Lakers do all that kind of crap. They try to pick up everybody. And LeBron does that too, man. Always stacking the squad, how he does. But shout out to him. It is what it is. Another guy, Kevin Durant. Now, I would have loved if the Mavs had the opportunity to get Kevin Durant. But again, I don't think Mavs have the assets and whatnot to get a guy like Kevin Durant. The Nets are asking for the whole kitchen sink and then some just to get Kevin Durant. And again, Mavs don't have that. Mavs would literally have to give up their whole team, minus Luca, you know, to give him to get him. And I don't think that the Mavs want to do that. And I don't blame them. I don't blame them because I wouldn't have done it. Uh, KD is still one of the best players. When he's healthy, he's still one of the best players in the league. Shot create, shoot, um, 3 pointers. I mean, you name it, the boy can do it. So it's KD is awesome. To me, KD is a hell of a talent. Definitely hell of a talent. Where he ends up going, I'm not sure. I know that he's kind of been linked to the Phoenix Suns. I think he was linked to even to Philadelphia. But again, it still goes back to, do they have the money? Do they have the assets? Do these teams really want to give everything that they have just to get KD? And then at the same time, if you bring in KD, I mean, you're expecting to win now. You're expecting to win the championship next season. And a lot of teams just can't get into that mix like that. And then who else are you going to put around them? You got to put people around them. Um, you know, so they can take it to the next stop. And I think a lot of this stuff what the Dallas Mavericks are doing right now is enabling Luka to get help and help Luka go above and beyond. Um, so we'll definitely keep your eye out on that and see where KD goes. Now, I do have to say um, that I do like the moves that the Mavs have been doing, that the Mavs have put together so far. And I'm really hoping that these moves actually pan out and do what they need to do. I think Luka does want to stay in Dallas. Um, but of course, like any talent, man, like any talent, you want to win. I think Mavs are doing the necessary steps to get him to stay in Dallas. But you got to put the pieces around him to make sure that Luka can go all the way where he needs to go. I don't understand. You got to look at the squad of what we had last year. We made it to the Western Conference Finals. Western Conference Finals against the Golden State Warriors. Now imagine if we had rim protectors. Imagine if we was able to do pick and roll. Um, imagine if we had the tools available. We might be talking about how the Mavs was in the finals last year. Not taking anything away from Golden State, but Mavs were just this close. And I think we really addressed, the meat of what the free agency of what this team needed. We needed to get bigger. We needed to get stronger. We needed the rim protection. We needed guys that can get the rebound, guys that can get second chance points. Um, Pick and roll, because that's one of Luka's big things, but guys that can actually help take, the pressure off of Luka and help him get to where he needs to go. Now, the main question is who else could the Dallas Mavericks sign? Number of free agents out there, and I will be leaving a link that has all the current free agents that are out there, so y'all can just click that link and check that out. Um, Personally, um, my biggest thing is that a lot of Mavs fans want to see another superstar. Um, if we can get another superstar, that would be lovely. But Mavs just didn't have the money or the assets to do that this year. We were very tight, code. We didn't have that much money to spend. So you have to do what you have to do. Now, maybe in these, future seasons coming up, we'll probably have more. Maybe entice another superstar to come on down. But I'm not saying that right now that we can't sign some guys on the vet minimum tip, to help out. We got like one, I believe, is like one roster spot still left. But do you want to go guard? Do you want to go on the wing? Personally, I would like another wing. I would like somebody that can make buckets on the wing tip. Not saying that Durant Finney-Smith can't do it. He can, but sometimes he can be streaky. Reggie Bullock, good guy, good defensive guy, but we've seen him. He's a little streaky. Uh, you got Maxi Kleber. He can be streaky. You need guy. We need a wing. We need a wing guy that can score buckets and take some of this pressure off of Luka. I think the Mavs are still trying to work some things out. So y'all gotta have some faith in Nico and everything and what he's doing. You gotta have faith in that front office. A much better front office than what we did have with Donnie Nelson. I'm dead serious, and y'all know this. Y'all absolutely know this. So, shout out to the Mavs. Hopefully that they continue to do what they need to do, and I'm just proud of them, man. For me, personally, I'm proud of them. Again, it's fans' perspective on what these guys are doing. I appreciate you guys. I want to let y'all just continue to follow the station, MCXPRadio. Follow me, your boy A Reed, as you can see right there, at MCXPRadio on IG, Twitter. You can follow me, your boy A Reed. You know what I'm saying? IG, Twitter, all this stuff like that. Any donations, you see the cash app is down there. Donations are coming, and I appreciate everybody that has donated. We got some shirts on the way, everything like that, merch, giveaways, all sorts of stuff, man. So just follow your boy. If you got any questions, comments, concerns, man, make sure you guys Put it down there in the comment section, man. Holler back at me. We're gonna do this thing. And until next time, man, you guys take it easy, all right? Peace.
Dance on the beach or something, we can slide all night. Smoke a little weed or something, getting high all night. Got my brown on ice, and you looking right. In that see-through linen with that ass sitting right. You know how I do it, I'm a player for life. If I do lock it down, you know it's you, that's my wife. Yeah, I tease you and leave you when I'm out on the road, trying to please you and feed you, that's why I'm doing shows. And you say you need a vacation, I'm in the position where we can change places.